about 10 minutes of game time, where the Knights have only put up 3 points, and it's been a 13-3 run over those 11 minutes and 30 seconds for the Mariners. And that three from Hannah Ramsden in the corner, so big. She's 3 for 7 from beyond the arc today. She's at 11 points, third on the team in scoring, joining Grassler, who's got 16, and Barton, who has 14 points, 16 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Stramke doubled, loses it. Jump ball, possession, flips to the Knights. So that's what Mount St. Mary needed, a quick takeaway. And they will take their another timeout. That puts them that one timeout left to go. They'll have the inbound to the far side of the court opposite the Mount St. Mary bench. A full timeout with 50.3 seconds to go. Next foul on Merchant Marine sends Mount St. Mary to the line, but with 50.3 seconds to go, you need a quick bucket in any way possible if you're Mount St. Mary, which has been tough to come by. They are scoreless over the last 3 minutes, 10 seconds. They're, again, as I said, 1 for 14 on their last field goals and 1 for 7 on their last 3-point attempts. A part of this 13-3 run by USMMA after the Knights went ahead by 5 with 5:44 left to go, 56-51 in the fourth. And then it was tied up with 2:19 left on the 3 from Hannah Ramsden. So the 5 out there for the Knights: Trinkus, Cashin, Petrie, Love, and Guglielmo. Stramke, Winston, Barton, Grassler, and Ramsden, the 5 for the Mariners. Petrie finds Guglielmo, who has been quiet as of late. Good defense by Stramke has kept her in. Guglielmo, an offensive rebound. And she's quiet no more. As about 4 seconds ran off the clock after the made basket from Guglielmo. And points were incorrectly added to Merchant Marine. It'll be 64-61 with 36. They'll add a few more seconds, around, I'd say 39 to 40 seconds, who's still on the clock when Guglielmo's basket went through the cylinder. A 30-second timeout was taken by USMMA. That advances the ball across half court, and the officials still work on this clock. And they'll turn it off and then turn it back on. Just trying to work on these issues. Put up to 30 seconds on the shot clock, 40.6 on the game clock, and it's 64-61 in favor of U.S. Merchant Marine Academy. They will have the inbound across half court in front of their bench, and as you can't see on the screen right now, but they're all stacked up, elbow extended, as the Knights break their timeout and look for a stop. You don't need to foul. You'll have 10.6 seconds left when the shot clock expires. Barton will have the inbound. Cashin will guard her. They break, and it's thrown into Stramke. She's trapped. And a tie-up and a jump ball with 37.1 seconds to go. That's what Mount St. Mary's looking for. You want to use the sideline as that extra defender. Try and force that tie-up. Inbound to Winston. She loses it, and a foul is called by Casey Love for a push with 34.6 seconds to go. She can't believe it as Winston lost her shoe in the process. Kyra Winston will head to the line. She makes one, it makes it a 2-possession game. There's 1 for 4 at the line today and misses the first. The second from Winston's off the mark, but she gets her own rebound. And Stramke is fouled. It was a long rebound, and nobody got the shooter for Mount St. Mary. That's one of the first things you draw up on a free throw and you communicate is who's got the shooter. And nobody picked up Winston, who went 0 for 2. Stramke, she misses her first, and now, again, communication paramount for Mount St. Mary with 30.6 seconds to go. Stramke's second comes up short. Cash in the rebound and the timeout taken. 4 missed free throws in the matter of moments for USMMA to push it to a 2-score game. Instead, it stays at 3 points, 64-61. And if you're Mount St. Mary, I'd be looking to go for a 2. There's no difference between shot clock and game clock. 30 seconds each. But you look at the free throws today. USMMA is 5 for 16 at the line. I feel like you'd be okay maybe taking your chances if you're able to get a quick 2. Especially the 3-point struggles today. 5 for 20 are the Knights. As I said, they've struggled as of late to 1 for their last 8 from deep. Petrie will have the inbound as the starters are out there for USMMA, and then it's Petrie, Cashin, Trinkus, Love, and Guglielmo for the Knights. They find Trinkus, and it's out to Cashin, who then throws it over the head of Love and turns it over. Final timeout taken by USMMA with 25.4 seconds to go. No timeouts left for the Knights either. Full timeout taken by the Mariners. It's a Saturday doubleheader today. We'll talk about that before diving back into this. Following the conclusion of this game, it'll be the Mount St. Mary men's team against Mount St. Vincent on their senior day. I have a feeling that the men's senior day ceremony will happen following the conclusion of that game, as that tip-off was slated for 1 p.m., moved up because of the snowstorm. And now because of overtime and the back-and-forth action of this one, we're at 12:53 local time. So that's going to for sure have a delayed start. If this wraps up before 1 p.m., I'd say that starts around 1:15, but it can't be too certain. So let's dive back into this full game reset. No timeouts left for either side. 5 fouls against Mount St. Mary, 4 on U.S. Merchant Marine. So any foul for either side is going to send the other to the line. I know that Mount St. Mary isn't in the bonus yet, but the next against the Mariners would send the Knights to the charity stripe. 25.4 seconds to go. Inbound will be triggered by Barton in front of the Mariners bench. Cashin will guard it, gets it to Winston, and she's fouled by Love. 4th personal foul against Casey Love. Winston goes back to the line where she's 1 for 6 today, went 0 for 2 on her last trip. The Mariners are 0 for their last 4 from the free throw line in the last 10 seconds as Winston pots the first, and it's up to a 2-possession game. And she makes both. Cool as a cucumber for Kyra Winston. Love pushes it up across half court, drops it off Guglielmo. Goes inside, up with the right. She's fouled with 16.1 seconds to go. That's big for the Knights just to get a foul call. It'll send Guglielmo to the line, and you have a chance to score 2 without the clock moving. And then the question becomes getting that inbound, and if you're Casey Love, top defender for the Knights, Guglielmo rattles in the first. You got to be careful if you're Love. You have 4 personal fouls. She fouled out in the last meeting against the Mariners, but the Knights need her in these final moments. As Guglielmo misses the second. Barton, another rebound up ahead to Stramke, up to Winston. And it's fouled by Love. She'll foul out with 9.9 seconds to go. And so that all but wraps it up inside the Kaplan Center as Casey Love fouls out on her senior day, exits with 4 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and a block. Leaves with a standing ovation from the crowd as Winston goes back to the line. Makes that. And makes the second 6-point lead. Whistle and turnover against the Knights with 8 seconds to go. That all but does it inside the Kaplan Center. Inbound to Winston, and she'll dribble it out as the Mariners again keep their winning streak alive, make it 21 straight, and improve to 19-0 in Skyline Plain for the second time this season. They take down Mount St. Mary in overtime. A battle between the two Goliaths in the conference again needed the extra period, and it was USMMA with that late push ending the game on a